All right, so I thought I would show you guys a quick little rundown of some of the new gear that I got recently for hunting. First thing I did is I went out and bought one of these DZ tripod heads, Tricer DZ. What this is, it's a fluid head, has some knurled knobs here. You can lock these up, turn them towards you, and man, it gets pretty locked up when you want it to be. And it's been pretty great little piece of equipment here. And I mean, it's locked. And a couple nice things about that is it has two functions that I really like besides the fluid head. Actually three. First thing here is the handle extends, which is just kind of nice when you're throwing stuff in your pack to be able to get that tucked away. It doesn't angle down or anything like that, which I'm okay with, because a lot of those, it seems like the teeth get worn down pretty quick when you start to jostle that up and down, left, right, and center. They just don't make them out of steel. They're aluminum, so they start to wear out. So not having that adjust, I think, will actually save some life in the end. But these little knurled knobs, I mean, they really get tight. So you got that. The next thing is it has a quick release lock for your Arca rail. It's not a knob, it's not anything like that. You set it to your size, it's got a quick release, and it does lock on there, similar to like the Atlas bipod or something along those lines. And thirdly, this is the big one. Besides being a fluid head, it is also a ball head. So you can flip this lever right here, and it just works as a regular ball head, which, you know, ball heads, horrible for glassing, excellent for shooting. So this makes this a multi-purpose bipod, or tripod, sorry. You know, I will say that, a little caveat here, a ball head or shooting tripod of any kind, the head don't matter if the legs suck. So if you have a cheap set of legs or a really flimsy set of legs, don't matter what you put on here for a head. You could have a $700 head on here and it's still gonna suck because your legs are very weak. This is the MUTNT, I think that's how you say that anyways, MUTNT tripod. It is heavy duty. It's super light. I mean, for the size of this, especially in the stability, it's got triangular aluminum post, which gives it very good rigidity, very good locking down. And then the legs are all carbon fiber, has latch legs, super quick, easy to deploy, and they lock down tight. You can also, you know, pull these up, adjust, whatever. Some guys like springs in these to where they automatically go back in. I've never been crazy about springs. Springs seem to break over time anyway, especially around here where we hunt. It gets really cold. Some hunting seasons, I mean, it's well into the negatives. Some, you know, it could be 80 degrees. So with that, the one thing that I really like about this setup is I can undo this. I can click in my spotter. Boom, it's in. And again, that tripod head locks up nice and tight. It is a nice fluid head, and it's got good ability. This is a 20 to 60 by 85, I think. Optic, the Vortex Razor. It's a Gen 1 optic here. I'm not rich enough to buy a Gen 2 apparently, or I'm just too cheap, whichever. It does have a mag view on there, so I can do some digiscoping if I wanted to. But this tripod head holds that on there very well. Been happy with that. It locks it up nice tight, so if you found something you want to hold position, boom, you're good to go. The other thing that I did is I went out and got I think this is newer, I could be wrong on that, but I got the Tricer NS2, which is their binocular clamp. It's essentially it's an Arca rail or an Arca plate, miniaturized. You can just slip this back into your bino harness, which is excellent. I run a marsupial bino harness. These are the 10x42 Vortex razors, and I can just boop, and that doesn't get in the way at all. But then I can take this and I can slap this in here and click it in, and I don't have to run a center post anymore, which is another plate, it's another piece. It's always something that when I'm switching between the optics, I'm trying to not lose because they're not cheap. I have the Outdoorsman one. So I do still have my stud in my binoculars, and I don't plan to take that out, just because I do have friends that still run the other one. But this was really easy to set up. They got a guide system on their website. Just get the one that you need for your binoculars. Works excellent. The other thing that I can do with this, since it does have a ball head, is I can take my rifle. Show you guys this too. The one thing that I do have on most of my hunting rifles at this point is the Salmon River Solutions plate. This has a Picatinny up front, so most of my bipods, my Atlas bipod, my Tricer bipod, my Harris bipods, everything that else I run are still running Picatinny, but this has an Arca plate on it as well. So I can get in here, click this sucker in, and boom, it's on there. You tighten this thing up and it will hold your rifle. I mean, this is a really good fluid head, and it locks up nice tight. And the thing that with that, you know, loosen it up however you need to, whatever you want to do there. And then if you do want to use it, take a shot, and say that you're on a hillside or whatever, or it's up high or down low, you flip that lever right there. This is a quick release lever with a lock on this Arca plate attachment piece there, on the tripod head itself. But you flip this and this engages your ball head. Pretty damn nice, because then you could correct your cant, you could correct your slope, you know, up high, down low, whatever, you get it where you need to be, you lock that back in place, and, you know, tighten this thing down or whatever, and you're ready to take a good shot. No more trying to fiddle fart with the legs on these things. I have done that in the past. You know, I've used several different tripod heads in the past, and I've tried to make them work for shooting, and they just don't. You can shoot off of a regular tripod. It is not overly comfortable, and it's not it is definitely not the best way to do it. I mean, these things, you're almost always at some weird cant, some weird angle, and you can't correct that with a regular tripod head. So having something with a ball head integrated on there is excellent. Like I said, I just clicked in 3 things. I don't have any other attachments. Everything is attached to what I need it to be: the spotting scope, the binoculars, the rifle. It's good to go. I can run this for a lot of stuff. The other thing that I got is this Tricer RP bipod. This thing is kind of a Swiss Army knife of bipods. It has a lot going on. I mean, you can run this just like this, like a regular bipod, straight 90-degree legs. You can widen these things out with a couple buttons that are here. It does have a quick release that does lock as well. I love these locking levers. It just gives you some peace of mind knowing that, hey, it's not going to come off on its own or very easily. So you can click these out however you want. It does have 4 different stops, or 3 different stops, sorry. A 45 kind of out the front, straight down, or 45 back. And then you got a few different positions for leg widths. So if you were on a side hill or something, you could click this up, you know, onto the hill, bring this one down, or whatever you want to do. It is a little large, but because of this, I don't think that's a problem. I mean, this thing gets up so long. You can sit with this. You can predator hunt with this. You can basically do whatever the heck you want with this. If you wanted to use this for antelope hunting or something, you could. A lot of times with antelope where I hunt, western South Dakota, there's always vegetation that's tall. It's hard to see over, especially with a standard bipod. When I run into that situation in the past, I'm always trying to get up on something, get up on a bag, get up on a tripod, and make something work. If you were running this, probably just fine. And if you are running this and you also have this, you're gonna be able to make whatever you want work. You pretty much do whatever you want. But this thing, I mean, I can, one thing I'll show you guys here is I can have this bipod on too, with this Salmon River Solutions plate. I can click this thing on, leave it on, and if I still want it to get onto here, I can click into this as well with that bipod right there. I don't have to take anything off, I don't do anything special. It will all click together and I can make a shot, bing, bang, boom. I'm good to rock and roll. Again, I haven't tested this thing thoroughly or at all at this point. This is just kind of my experience having using tripod shoot off in the past. I'm gonna guess I would be very comfortable shooting off this at a deer or an antelope at, you know, up to 300 yards. I don't know if I would take a shot beyond that, not standing up anyways. Maybe if I was sitting or something where I'd get a little more stable, get a pack under my arm or back under the butt or whatever. It might be very possible to do and make an ethical shot. But I think even standing with something like this, it's stable enough, you can get up there, and yeah, I think you could easily make a 200-300 yard shot depending on your skill level, and make an ethical shot still. But yeah, I mean, this is a great setup here, I think. I do, like I said, I am really happy not having to carry around a post for my binoculars anymore. I've done that for years. Every time that I'm switching between optics through this or a spotter, I'm always trying not to lose that piece. I'm always trying to shove it in my pocket or throw it in my pack, and then you're trying to dig it out later. Not having to worry about that for me is huge because I have an outdoorsman post and those things are spendy. So if I don't have to worry about losing one, I'll be happy about that. I still left my center post in here just because I still have friends that are running that center post, at least until they try this, and then they'll probably switch. But it gives me some options. So if I want to use my friend's tripod or whatever, I can. I probably won't, but you never know. Otherwise, you know, I think that this is good stuff. I highly recommend this head, this tripod, this MUTNT tripod is awesome. Very happy with that. I do love these plates for your rifle with that Picatinny and that Arca plate. A lot of them you can just swap out easily. You don't have to do any drilling or anything, especially if you already have a 4-inch Picatinny on your rifle. It does have a quick QD attachment point. This is a Macmillan stock Browning. It has one too, but on the back. But yeah, highly recommend it. Give it a try.